Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Would you believe that a single kilogram of a tree resin from Vietnam can sell for 2 billion dong? That's not a typo, 2 billion. Today, we're diving into Vietnam's hidden agricultural gold mine, crops worth millions that almost no one is growing. By the end of this episode, you'll discover untapped opportunities in Vietnam's agricultural sector and understand why these overlooked crops could transform farming as we know it. And what's fascinating is that this isn't just about one or two rare plants. Vietnam has thousands of valuable species that are barely being cultivated. Let's start with something that caught my eye in the research: Korean milk grapes. These aren't your typical grapes, right?
Not at all. These grapes are selling for 150,000 to 250,000 dong per kilogram, and they're actually thriving in places like Hanoi, which is pretty unexpected for a temperate fruit.
Wait, they're growing grapes successfully in Hanoi?
Yeah, and here's what's really interesting. Farmers are combining it with ecotourism, creating these beautiful vineyard experiences. The profit per hectare can reach 800 to 1,200 million dong annually.
That's incredible. What's stopping more farmers from jumping on this opportunity?
Well, it's mainly three things: lack of quality seedlings, limited technical knowledge, and uncertain market connections. Many farmers are hesitant to switch from traditional crops.
Let's talk about something even more valuable: medicinal plants. I heard Vietnam has some incredibly rare species.
Absolutely. Take Ngoc Linh ginseng, for example. It's one of the rarest ginsengs in the world, selling for hundreds of millions of dong per kilogram. It's literally called Vietnam's national treasure.
Those prices are staggering. Why isn't everyone growing it?
It's actually quite challenging. The growing area is very limited, mainly in Kon Tum and Quang Nam provinces. Plus, there are significant challenges in preserving genetic resources and developing cultivation areas.
You mentioned earlier about that tree resin worth billions. That's agarwood, right?
Yes, agarwood and sandalwood. The numbers are mind-blowing. Agarwood can sell for up to 2 billion dong per kilogram, and sandalwood essential oil can reach 80,000 USD per liter.
Those numbers almost don't seem real.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that because agarwood has been used in Asian cultures for thousands of years in everything from religious ceremonies to luxury perfumes.
But I'm guessing there's a catch to growing these super valuable trees.
Several, actually. The investment cycle is long, initial capital requirements are high, and you need specialized techniques for resin production. Plus, protecting these valuable trees from theft is a real concern.
Let's shift to something more accessible. What about short-term crops that are being overlooked?
There's a fascinating group of salt-tolerant vegetables being grown in Can Gio, plants like Lim Kim, Rau Dien, and Rau Bui. These have huge potential, especially with increasing soil salinity issues.
That's actually brilliant, turning a problem into an opportunity.
Exactly. And these crops can be grown on land that's becoming less suitable for traditional rice farming due to climate change.
Speaking of climate change adaptation, what other crops show promise?
Native trees like Trom, Kok Han, and Sodu are incredibly resilient to drought conditions. They're perfect for challenging areas like Ninh Thuan and Binh Thuan provinces.
And these are valuable commercially?
Yes, they have multiple uses, from timber to medicinal properties, but they're largely ignored because there's been limited research and market development.
Let's talk about export potential. Which of these overlooked crops have the best international market opportunities?
Medicinal plants like cinnamon and star anise are already significant. Vietnam is actually the world's third largest exporter of cinnamon.
Really? I had no idea Vietnam was such a major player in the spice trade.
Yes, but we're mainly exporting raw materials. There's huge untapped potential in processing and developing value-added products.
What about the ornamental plant market? I've heard some houseplants can sell for surprisingly high prices.
Absolutely. Some varieties of variegated monstera or rare philodendrons can sell for millions of dong per plant. The ornamental plant industry in Vietnam is worth 45,000 to 75,000 billion dong annually.
Those numbers are impressive. What's holding this sector back?
Mainly fragmented production and lack of brand development. Most growers operate on a small scale, making it difficult to meet large international orders.
Let's talk about success stories. Are there any farmers or cooperatives that have made these overlooked crops work?
The Soc Son Medicinal Plant Conservation Cooperative in Hanoi is a great example. They're growing various medicinal plants and successfully exporting to Holland, Korea, Japan, and the US.
What made them successful where others struggled?
They focused on modern cultivation techniques and, crucially, developed strong market linkages. They didn't just grow the plants, They built an entire value chain.
Are there any regions in Vietnam that are particularly suited for these high-value crops?
The Central Highlands are perfect for crops like Ngoc Linh ginseng and agarwood, while the Mekong Delta is ideal for salt-tolerant vegetables and certain medicinal plants.
What about the northern regions?
The northern mountainous areas are excellent for crops like star anise, cinnamon, and various medicinal herbs. The climate and soil conditions there are unique.
Let's talk about risks. What should potential growers be aware of?
The biggest risk is market volatility. We've seen cases where farmers rush to plant a trending crop, leading to oversupply and price crashes.
Any other major risks?
For rare species like medicinal plants and valuable timber, theft is a serious concern. And with long-term crops, climate change poses significant risks.
How can farmers mitigate these risks?
Diversification is key. Also, joining cooperatives can help with market access and technical support. Having contracts with buyers before planting is crucial.
What role does technology play in developing these crops?
Modern biotechnology is crucial, especially for propagation of rare species. For example, tissue culture techniques are being used to multiply Ngoc Linh ginseng.
Are there any government support programs for farmers wanting to grow these crops?
There are some programs providing seedling support and technical training, but they're often limited in scope. More comprehensive support is needed.
What about certification and quality standards?
This is actually a critical issue. Many high-value crops lack standardized quality criteria, making it difficult to command premium prices in international markets.
How important are geographical indications for these crops?
They're crucial. Products with protected geographical indications can command prices 1.5 to 3 times higher than similar uncertified products.
That's a significant premium. What's needed to develop more geographical indications?
It requires coordinated effort between farmers, local authorities, and research institutions. Documentation of unique characteristics and production methods is essential.
Looking to the future, which of these crops do you think has the most potential?
Salt-tolerant crops have huge potential, given climate change challenges. Also, medicinal plants like Ngoc Linh ginseng could become major export products with proper development.
What about the ornamental plant market?
The global houseplant trend shows no signs of slowing. Vietnam's diverse climate zones make it perfect for growing a wide range of ornamental plants.
As we wrap up, what's the key message for farmers considering these crops?
Do thorough market research, start small, and focus on quality over quantity. Most importantly, develop strong market connections before scaling up.
And for consumers?
Look for these unique Vietnamese products. Supporting them helps preserve biodiversity and traditional farming knowledge.
This has been fascinating. Any final thoughts?
Vietnam's agricultural potential goes far beyond rice and coffee. These overlooked crops could be key to building a more resilient and profitable farming sector.
Well, there you have it. From billion dong tree resin to drought-resistant superfoods, Vietnam's overlooked crops offer incredible opportunities. Thanks for joining us on Copilot Podcasts, where we've learned that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight.